interesting case involving a workers' comp issue. A woman was injured on a business trip. She's now seeking to collect on it, but it's how she was injured that's subject to controversy. WGY legal analyst Paul Harding of Martin, Harding & Mazzani joined us with his thoughts. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, Kelly and Paul. How are you?
We'll try to put this kind of delicately now in case there are little ears in the cars. The woman was required to spend the night as part of this business trip, and she was injured while in her hotel room engaging in some adult behavior, let's say, with an acquaintance. And during that said behavior, a light fixture fell off the wall, hit her on the head, and actually caused some serious injury. So she's suing now for workers' comp. What do you think?
Well, that's a delicate recitation of the facts. Well said. When I heard about this, I really, my first inclination was, well, she couldn't possibly. It just seemed like it was so far outside of any reasonable test to give her workers' comp. But then I went to the law books. It would appear, because what she did was in her what would be normal, potentially normal daily behavior, if she were home, then it probably is covered, meaning she's in the hotel room. She's not able to go home and have her daily life, so she engages in activity that is similar or consistent with what she might have done at home. There's a very strong argument that it's covered.
Now, her lawyers are arguing that the injury sustained this way is really no different than an injury that may have been incurred in the shower or in another kind of behavior in the hotel room.
Yeah, had she decided to, on a business trip, take a ski trip, deviate 50 miles and find a mountain and go skiing and get hurt, that would clearly not be covered. But you take away that one piece of the puzzle, if she's laying in bed sleeping and the fixture falls on her, she certainly is covered. So it appears she is.
So the other attorneys for the company are arguing that she's not entitled to collect because that kind of behavior was not a required part of her job.
No, it probably was not part of the job. And they're making an argument, and of course insurance companies at times will make arguments to make arguments. And also I think it'll win public opinion. I think anybody listening to this is going to say, these lawsuits and this whole system is broken down if someone's going to recover. But in workers' comp, it's not fault-based. I mean, you don't need to show that someone did something wrong. You just have to be hurt in the course of your employment. And the oddity here is because she was, in fact, traveling, and so the whole time she's gone for the company is generally covered.
Would she have at least a claim against the hotel, perhaps, if this workers' comp suit doesn't fall through?
Yeah, or she'd probably have both. I'm waiting for my phone to ring. That certainly would be a case. I mean, light fixtures should not fall off the wall. She would have a claim there. But as happens often, you have workers' comp and you have what we call a third-party claim or a claim against the hotel.
What an interesting case, though. If at first glance you think, oh, my gosh, no way.
It couldn't be, yeah.
But then the more you look at it and the more you lay it out on paper, it does actually make sense. So someone injured engaging in adult activity in a hotel room on an overnight stay on a business trip and is hurt, I guess, I could see how she could collect on that.
I guess if they look a little deeper as to some of the facts surrounding that adult activity, if that were to take on a new argument, then maybe they would have a stronger position. But the fact that she was just in the hotel room and she's injured is covered, and the fact that her activities were probably not something that is written in any legal book, I think is still going to allow her to recover.
Wow, interesting.
But that's a strange one.
It sure is. Yeah. WGY legal analyst Paul Harding of Martin, Harding & Mazzani, thank you so much.
Okay, Paul, Kelly, bye-bye.